Hi, everyone. This is Randy Young, and welcome to a special broadcast of Coach's Corner. Of course, this coming Friday night's the battle, the black and blue, between Miami Trace and Washington Courthouse. On this program, we'll be talking to the head coaches of both schools, Chuck Williamson of Washington Courthouse and Jerry Williams of Miami Trace. So we hope that you'll stay with us. After we come back, we'll be talking with Chuck Williamson, the head coach of the Blue Lions.
The following program is made possible through funding provided by.
When Summers Funeral Home opened to serve this area in 1991, one of their top promises was to each family that they served to provide thoughtful, caring, and respectful service to those in pain from the loss of a loved one. Terry Summers and his family and staff continue to promise to continue to put your family needs first with the utmost professional care that they can provide. In your time of need, remember the Summers Funeral Home, 223 West Market Street in Washington Courthouse, or call 740-335-6078. Great Oaks Career Campuses is the first choice in providing innovative career training to empower individuals and communities. With 4 campuses, Great Oaks offers high school students and adults specialized career and technical education. Check out their webpage at greatoaks.com for details and information. And in this area, don't forget to stop by their Wilmington Laurel Oaks campus or call 800-752-5480.
The Fayette County Public Health Department is committed to providing public health services for all residents. Its main focus is to be a health provider and disease preventer. Disease prevention is the key to public health. Fayette County Public Health Department reminds you that now is the time to call and set up your appointment for your family to get your vaccination and shots. Most major insurances are accepted. For more information, contact the Health Department at 740-335-5910. That's 335-5910.
With us now is Chuck Williamson, the head coach of the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions, as we get prepared for the big game on Friday night against Miami Trace. First of all, Chuck, thanks for joining us. But second of all, the thing I want to bring up real quickly is the fact that you're going into this game probably coming off one of your best games all year.
Absolutely. We just beat Chillicothe, a really, really good team, very well coached, very talented. So we were excited with that win. It was a big win for our program.
When I look at your schedule, especially, I think you've played 3 or 4 teams that probably going to go to the playoffs. Going into a game like the Chillicothe game, what were some of the things that you saw that you felt that you was going to be able to be more successful than maybe against the other teams?
We thought we matched up well speed-wise. They were a speed team. They have a lot of speed, a lot of athleticism. We believe we have a lot of speed and a lot of athleticism. So we thought we matched up pretty well with them. The thing we harped on all week was we told them, don't be ordinary, be extraordinary. The knock on us is we have not been able to beat teams that were ranked higher than us, bigger schools than us, and we really challenged our kids that if you really want to see Week 11, this is a playoff game, so you have to win this game. And our kids responded. I'm very proud of our leadership, our senior leadership. They came out and played lights out, so we're very excited with our program right now.
When I look at your program and I look at Miami Trace, it's so different. Number one, you have a very veteran squad. Well, Jerry's only got 5 seniors. I think you got 14. How important is it to have that senior leadership?
Oh, it's huge. It's absolutely huge. You're only as good as your leadership is, and I've been coaching for 20 years, and if you have poor leadership, you're not going to have a very good team. And our seniors have really responded. I couldn't be prouder of them.
When you look at your team, talent-wise, it's probably one of the most talented teams Courthouse has probably had in many years. Let's talk about a couple of those fellows right off the bat. Let's start off with Gino Thomas, your quarterback.
Gio's a special player. He's a truly a dual threat guy. He can run it. He can throw it. He's really starting to understand our offense, what we're asking him to do. It's like having the keys to a Corvette. We just give it to him, tell him to drive it, do what you do, make things happen. And last Friday night, it really came together for him. He started to understand checkdowns. He had a fantastic game. He's a special player.
I think you have to look at Deion Stewart here. Here's the guy that was really the star of the team for the last couple of years. I'm not saying take a back seat. I think you've just taken the talent he has and use it a different way.
Oh, absolutely. Dylan is a special player. Gio got the first week one player of the week in the state of Ohio. Dylan, we just got word that received today that he got the last week's player 2 weeks ago. So Dylan's a special player. We talk about leadership. One of the most unselfish things you can do is change roles for the betterment of the team, and that's what Dylan did. Dylan will play either defensive back or slot receiver at the collegiate level, and return kicks, return punts, and that's what we ask him to do without hesitation. He said, I'll do what's best for the team. And last week, he currently ranks in the nation in scoring, all-purpose yards. He's just a dude. He's a really good player.
I know when I was going through all the stats, especially for Dylan, he's not only doing it rushing, he's doing it on reception. He's returned some punts for touchdowns. He's done some interceptions back for touchdowns and kickoffs. So, again, he's really kind of got the whole package.
Oh, absolutely. And if you watch Saturday's or Friday night's game against Chillicothe, he was phenomenal on defense. He shut their jet sweep down. He come flying out of nowhere numerous times where they just quit doing it because of him. He's just a special player.
You know, we talk about the quarterback, we talk about the receiver, and they always get a lot of the pub and stuff like that. But let's be honest with you, you know as well as I do, it really kind of starts with your line. And both offensively and defensively, it seems like they're really starting to come together.
Oh, absolutely. Our offensive line is anchored by Colton McNichols. He's a 3-year starter. He makes all the calls. We're unique, and our center calls the cadence. Our quarterback does not. He's got too many other things to do, so our center makes those calls. We have a veteran right guard in Tank. Haggard, he's another 3-year starter. Xavier Brown is our left guard, another unselfish player. He was a defensive lineman and changed over. And we have sophomore tackle Sterling Smith is a special player, and our right tackle is Dakota Weichel. And on defensive line, again, we've asked guys to maybe do some different things they've done in the past. Richie Burns played receiver for us the last 2 years. Mm-hmm. He went over to defensive end, and he has just been a monster over there. Him and Jalen Pettiford's on the other side. Cassius Howland. Defensive line, I mean, they're really coming there on our defense. You know, we've had our struggles defensively. It's well documented. But like I said, they held a really good Chillicothe team to 7 points, which is special.
One of the things that when you came here, you kind of did a little bit different than some high school coaches are concerned, is that you don't platoon. You don't have guys go both ways. Have you seen now that the kids have accepted that fact, or have you changed your philosophy a little bit and tried to take some of your better athletes and try to go 2 ways? A
little bit of both. We still do platoon. We practice separately, so we feel that we can get more practice out of them if we just send them one way. But we have changed with, you know, when you get a player like Dylan Stewart, you know, he has such a impact on both sides of the ball that we do use him in packages. But we're basically a 2-platoon team, but we do have certain players we'll package in there. Omar Porter's another one. Omar's an unbelievable wide receiver for us, and he'll go in some safety packages for us.
Now, of course, the big talk is after the win of Chillicothe, everybody's trying to figure out if you can make the playoffs. We're taping this on a Monday, so we really don't know the official word. It's probably a little iffy, to be honest with you, because there's a couple teams in front of you. But still, if you get a win, you finish 7-3 for the second time in 3 years you've been here. But you're playing Trace, so I guess the playoff, yeah, if you get it, fine. But you really probably don't have to get the kids pumped up too much for this week.
No, it's a special week. When I first got here, you know, I heard about it, but I really didn't understand it. My first game was against Trace at home, and I walked out. I was like, oh, my goodness. It's a really special game. Our kids will be ready to go. They'll be jacked and ready to go. They've known each other since they were little kids, played Little League together, so it's a special game. It's a great thing. It's a special thing to be a part of.
I guess the fact that, the McDonald's trophy will be awarded to you guys the week after the game like last year. I think you've now won it 2 years in a row. I think you and Jeff Conroy are the only ones that have got a perfect record so far in this. And Jeff, I think, won it for 10 years or 11 years in a row. I'm sure you may like to maybe match or beat that record.
We'd like to try. We're going to come out Friday night, we believe. You know, we know Jerry have them ready, Coach Williams have them ready to play. We just come out and hope we play our best game.
About Trace, let's do a little scouting report. What can you tell us about them?
They're young. They're young, but they're talented. They have some speed. They get some really good players. We were watching them on tape in our coaches meeting yesterday. They get some skill guys. They'll come out ready to play. We know that.
When you look at a game like this, like you say, now you've had a couple of years, throw the records out the book.
Absolutely. I mean, our kids know. One thing that we always try to tell our kids, this part of the season, a lot of teams, about 95% of them, don't have anything to play for. Not only do we have the team down the road waiting for us, we also have a chance to get to Week 11. So we have a lot to play for, which is a very special thing for Week 10 for a football team.
All right, final question, coaches talk. What's going to be the key for a victory on Friday night?
It's in any game, the line of scrimmage. You got to control the line of scrimmage on both sides, offensively, defensively. Our offensive line has to control the line of scrimmage. We believe we have to control the tempo of the game. Go at our pace. Sometimes we go fast. Sometimes we'll slow it down a little bit. But our defensive line has to control the line of scrimmage and keep their skill guys at bay because they got some skilled guys.
Coach, I want to wish you best luck.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Coach Chuck Williamson of the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions. We're back now with Jerry Williams, the head football coach of the Miami Trace Panthers, who will be going into the contest with Washington Courthouse on Friday night. Panthers with a 2-7 mark going into the contest. Jerry, you, of course, now have at least a little experience. You had last year's Battle of the Black and Blue. What was one of the things that maybe kind of you sat back after the game and thought, wow, this is a little bit different than most rivalry games I've been involved with?
Well, I definitely like the intensity. Our kids really get focused during this week. I mean, they know each other, and you know what? It truly, as close as the communities are, it's nice to see these kids really wanting to get after it.
I talked earlier to Coach Williamson. You guys kind of on opposite sides. He's got a very veteran squad. Well, you have a very young squad. And there's going to be, I know, some growing pains and things like that, but are you one of these coaches that say, we're Week 10 now, we can't really use that as an excuse?
Oh, absolutely. Our sophomores are no longer sophomores; they're juniors, is the way we look at it, and same with the juniors that are seniors. But they have gained experience, and there's no longer we cannot use that excuse. It's time to go play and use the experience that they've had for the last 9 games.
When you look at their schedule this year, it's been a very, very tough schedule. What were some of the things that you felt hopefully that the kids have learned through this season that hopefully you guys can build upon for next year?
To me, it's all about preparation, and I want the kids to understand that in order to play a 10-game schedule, it's grueling, and in order to be physically prepared for that, and mentally prepared for it, you have really got to put the time in the off season to get in the weight room and do the things with the team and prepare for it, because the bumps and bruises by week 4, week 5 compound, and they get worse by week 8 and week 9, and you just have to grit it out at that point.
When you look at Washington Courthouse, what are some of the things that you see?
Well, I see athletically probably the most talented team in the conference. They are as talented as any team in the FAC. They're the team that can score at any time. There's so many of them that are capable of doing good things that they're going to be difficult to defend.
Well, look at your team. You do have some young men that have had pretty decent seasons. Start off with your quarterback wide receiver combo of Taylor to Mayer. Let's talk about those young fellas.
Yeah, they complement each other. They certainly do. I mean, there's not one guy that has pulled away as a quarterback, and there's not one guy that's pulled away as a receiver. One is a better at running, one's better at passing, and they bring a different dynamic to our offense. So and having both of them out, whether you have one at receiver, one at quarterback, it's just a different threat.
It's kind of a shame that Tyler Taylor is a senior. I'm sure you would love to have him for another year to work with Dalton.
Absolutely. I mean, Tyler is a good thrower. Tyler is a good preparer, and it would be nice to have one as him as for another year. But that's high school football, and what we got to do is prepare another guy to fill his position and fill his shoes, and I've been very thankful to have him.
Josh Lift, I think, has had a pretty good season for you as well.
Josh has. Josh is a extremely physical runner. He makes up for some of what youth that we have at the offensive line. Josh is a kid that can break tackles and do things and move the ball. Even if we're not having the win or what we need to have the success up front, Josh does a great job making up the difference.
I know we've talked a great deal about the quarterback, the running back, and the wide receiver. They usually get most of the pub, but let's talk about those guys on your offensive and defensive line. That's really where it starts.
Yeah, I mean that's where the youth really comes in. Last year we had a starting sophomore who was kind of our lead guy this year in Aiden Kingery. He's a junior this season, and we've moved him from tackle. He had a knee injury. We moved him from tackle to center, and we have some younger guys that are playing for us now. So those guys we're going to have. What's nice is knowing that we're going to have 4 of those 5 guys back, and Angelo Maciosi is he's playing tackle for us, and he's kind of a utility guy as well, and he does a lot of good things for us, and he was very unselfish and stepped in and played the line for us, and he was a receiver last year. The guy that really is the the cornerstone is Andrew Amore in the sense that he is wherever we needed him, we've used him. He's played tackle for us. He's played receiver for us this year, the slot receiver, wide receiver, and he also is our defensive end. So wherever we need that kid, we use him. And I don't know whether he's going to be a tackle or a receiver one week or to the next, based upon the typical injuries that you would have during the season.
I know that though the season has not been the way that you guys would like to have seen it with a 2-7 record. I'm sure that, you come to a game against a big county rival where you can kind of throw those records out, and it probably is not going to take you too much work, you and the coaching staff, get these kids ready for this week. No,
they're going to be prepared, and we prepare a lot for a team, and we prepare for all teams. But when you get into this rivalry, coaches do an exceptional job preparing and getting these guys ready. But the players this week is you can see that there's a different the atmosphere is a little different, and the kids are very interested, and like I said, in playing this game against guys that they compete against for as many years that they have, and I look at these seniors and these seniors have not had a lot of success against these guys over the last 3 years, and they would really like to cap one off on Friday.
Final question then, once again, let's do a little coaches talk. What's going to be key for a Panther win on Friday night?
It's going to be a total of 48 minutes. That's something, with the thinness that we've had, and and the youth that we've had is hoping that, one, we have everybody there, and if we get everybody healthy and there, I just want them to play for 48 minutes. If they play for 48 minutes with enthusiasm and the excitement that they start the game, then these guys can play. They can compete with anybody. The challenge is getting them to play for 48 minutes, and that's that's what our goal is this week.
Coach, I wish you and the Panthers best luck.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Coach Jerry Williams of the Miami Trace Panthers joined us here on a special edition of the Coach's Corner Show. Thank you once again for joining us for this special Coach's Corner program with Chuck Williamson of the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions and Jerry Williams of the Miami Trace Panthers. And also, we'd like to remind you to keep watching on Channel 1021 or check out our Facebook page at WCHC TV or the YouTube for some exciting information coming up for the winter sports season. I'm Randy Young.
The preceding program has been made possible through funding provided by.
When Summers Funeral Home opened to serve this area in 1991, one of their top promises was to each family that they served to provide thoughtful, caring, and respectful service to those in pain from the loss of a loved one. Terry Summers and his family and staff continue to promise to continue to put your family needs first with the utmost professional care that they can provide. In your time of need, remember the Summers Funeral Home, 223 West Market Street in Washington Courthouse, or call 740-335-6078. Great Oaks Career Campuses is the first choice in providing innovative career training to empower individuals and communities. With 4 campuses, Great Oaks offers high school students and adults specialized career and technical education. Check out their webpage at greatoaks.com for details and information. And in this area, don't forget to stop by their Wilmington Laurel Oaks campus or call 800-752-5480.
The Fayette County Public Health Department is committed to providing public health services for all residents. Its main focus is to be a health provider and disease preventer. Disease prevention is the key to public health. Fayette County Public Health Department reminds you that now is the time to call and set up your appointment for your family to get your vaccination and shots. Most major insurances are accepted. For more information, contact the Health Department at 740-335-5910. That's 335-5910.